take a look at this one. Last class, hari Selasa, kita dah tengok the concept of risk estimation. How you are going to calculate the confidence interval for mean on large sample, and also calculate the confidence interval for proportion for a small sample and also for large sample. So hari ni kita dah buat this exercise. Then today kita akan continue with this exercise. So this is the, what we call it. So this is how you are going to calculate the confidence interval, and kita berhenti dekat sini kan? Chocolate bar. Done?
Yeah.
Yep. So kita tengok some other example, and then kita akan tengok pula confidence interval for proportion. Okay. New slide, and then sample size. New slide. Okay. So cuba buat this exercise. Exercise 6.1, exercise 6.3. Okay. So we already go through this exercise. We will continue with exercise 5. Review exercise 5. So take a look at this question. Dia kata a random sample of 12 sharing pin is taken in a study of the Rockwell hardness of the head of the pin. Measurement on the Rockwell hardness were made for each of the 12, yielding an average value of 48.5 with a sample variance of 2.25. So assuming the measurement to be normally distributed, construct a 90% confidence interval for the mean of the Rockwell hardness. So first thing first, awak kena tengok, list down all the information given. Is it for apa nama dia? Yang mana N, yang mana sigma, yang mana S, and do you want to calculate for the mean or do you want to calculate for proportion? Okay. Then baru calculate dia punya, define whether it is case 1, case 2, case 3 or case 4, and then only baru tengok dia punya confidence interval. Calculate the confidence interval. So try this one first before we take a look into the solution. Okay, 12 tu apa yang dia bagi?
N kecil.
Apa dia?
N kecil.
N kecil. Okay, betul. And then faktor 8.5.
X bar.
X bar, betul. And then 2.25.
S.
S, yep, betul. So ni case 1, case 2, case 3 or case berapa? Case 4. Which one?
Case 4.
Case 4, okay. Sigma is unknown, N is small. So ia akan menggunakan which distribution?
T.
T, yep, betul lah. Cuba kira dia punya ni. So dapat tak jawapan sama as this one? Okay. So n equal to 12. Okay. Given all the information, n, this is n, 12 sampel, this is your x bar, this is your s, and case 4 because sigma unknown and also small sample. So kita akan make use of t distribution. Okay. So dia akan guna formula x bar plus minus T alpha over 2 n minus 1 s over sud of n. So calculating all the okay. So given n equal to 12, x bar sama dengan x bar equal to berapa tadi? X bar average value of 48.5. Okay. And S equal to 2.25. This is case 4 because n is small, sigma is unknown. So 90% confidence interval. Okay. For mu, you will make use of this formula x bar plus minus t alpha over 2 n minus 1 s over sud of n. Okay. Follow t distribution. Okay. So 1 minus alpha 100% equal to 90%. 1 minus alpha equal to 0.19, so your alpha equal to 0.1. T alpha over 2 n minus 1 equal to T 0.1 per 2, n is 12 tolak 1. T 0.05, 11. Take a look at table of T distribution.
1.796.
1.796. Okay. Hence, the confidence interval akan sama dengan x bar is 48.5 plus minus 1.796 darabkan dengan S is 2.25 sud 12. Okay. So, cuba kira dapat berapa? Is it sama dengan jawapan?
Tak.
Tak sama?
Tak.
Kenapa? Apa saya tak sama? Sekejap saya check.
Sebab dia kata 2.25 tu nilai variance kan cik? Bukan standard deviation.
Oh, bagus Mira. Ni S kuasa 2. Okay. S kuasa 2 sama dengan 2.25. So awak akan dapat S sama dengan sud 2.25. Sebab dia given variance. Okay. So ambil sud 2.25 bahagikan dengan sud 12. So baru dapat jawapan sama dengan dalam slide. Kan? Cuba kira.
Sama.
Okay. So sorry for the mistake sebab because the question state it's a variance, okay, not the standard deviation. So dapat 47.722 dan juga 49.278. Okay. So we can say it is 90% confidence, okay, that the time mean that the sharing pin it ranges of measurement of the rock that the yielding and average that the mean, okay, that the true mean of the Rockwell hardness. Dia sejenis batu rock berapa kekerasan batu. Lies between 47.722 and 49.278. Okay. So ini adalah dia punya jawapan. Dapat kan yang lain? So hopefully everyone get the same answer with mine. So yang dah cuba buat the next exercise. The next exercise tu dia bagi dia punya raw data. Kira okay. Nanti kita tengok next exercise. Kau buat dulu siapkan ni. Dan? Oi, Dan.
Dan
Dan. Nabid Dan. Ahmad Nabid.
dan cik.
Dan. Okay. So, the next question, kita ada this one. You decide to study, exercise 6.5, you decide to study on average how much time engineering students spend to watch television per night. Okay, a random sample of 10 students was selected and the result in hour obtained are given as below. So find a 95% confidence interval on the population mean. So soalan suruh dapatkan confidence interval untuk mu, dia bagi n sama dengan 10. Okay, sigma ada tak? So ini case berapa? Case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4. Case berapa this one? Oi, aku tanya soalan ni. Case berapa kelas? Ya, case apa ya? 2. Salah. Yang lain? Mira?
4.
4. Yes, betul. Case 4. Sebabnya small sample and soalan tak bagi sigma pun. Sigma is unknown. So you will make use of T distribution. So dalam soalan ni dia tak bagi X bar, dia tak bagi S and everything. Dia bagi raw data. So macam mana awak nak dapatkan mean and everything for the raw data untuk yang this one? Yang ini adalah the raw data. Okay. So macam mana nak dapatkan the mean and also standard deviation? For this example.
Tambah je ke?
Tambah je salah. Banyaklah kau. Penat aku ajar. Lain-lain. Rohaizi dan Rohaizi. Anyone can help how to
Tak ada cik, dia tak ada.
Oh, dia tak ada gimana? Lain-lain tahu. Yan Kit, how to find the mean and standard deviation for this type of example?
Total, sorry, I don't know.
Duduk. Yan Kit, very jujur. Anyone? Saya dah hajar masa chapter 1. Macam mana nak kira?
Total of X bagi N. Kan?
Ya, betul. Jawapan dia awak kena kira guna Excel. Okay. So masukkan data ni dalam Excel. Key in the data in Excel. This one. Okay. So nampak saya share screen right now. So this is your data. So saya buka Excel. Microsoft Office. Maybe, who knows, soalan apa nama dia, test awak akan jadi macam ni because it will be using the higher order thinking tool, which means akan menggunakan semua yang awak dah belajar, all the related techniques. Okay, so I'll share screen. So ini Excel. So type lah data yang dia bagi tu. So dia bagi in our work watching television time. Okay, time watching television. Okay, this is your data. Key in dia punya data. The first one is berapa? 2. Okay, and then 1.5. Rectangle. Okay. So 2, 1.5, 3, 2, 3.5, 1, 0.5, 3, 2, 4. Okay. So tengok dia punya sampel. So dia mesti ada 1, 2, 3. Then you just drag. So dapat dia sama dengan 10. So ini adalah data awak. So kira dia punya mean X bar dan juga standard deviation. Okay. So untuk this type of question, sebab awak apa nama nanti exam pun online, so you can use Excel directly. Okay. Kalau dulu masa exam face to face, masa exam dekat dewan besar, saya ajar guna calculator. Calculator yang dekat matrix semua sepatutnya dah tahu macam mana nak guna. Atau you boleh Google je. How to calculate mean using your calculator, maybe FX570 and something like that. Okay. So, guna Excel lagi senang. Much more better, much more simpler than using the calculator. So from here, dah key in data, mean akan sama dengan, ada yang ni tak? Ada yang dah kira guna Excel? Anyone? No. Kalau no kau tengoklah aku buat ni. Escape. Escape. Okay. So mean akan sama dengan type AV, average for this, buka kurungan, this type of data. Tutup kurungan, enter. Dapat 2.25. Standard deviation sama dengan STD, STDE.S, standard deviation for sample. Buka kurungan, enter. So dapat 1.1118. Dapat semua? Hey. Nampak tak? The one that I show you in the screen.
Nampak.
Hai, lemah je semua suara. Macam nak meninggal lagi korang. Cubalah bersemangat sikit. Muda lagi kot, baru 20-an kan. Kenapa macam dah tak ada tenaga? Banyak sangat duduk rumah jadi tepu. Okay, dapat So, once dah dapat, masukkan dekat dalam soalan tu dan kira dia punya confidence interval. Okay. So dapat yang lain. So I hope everyone dapat lah. Let me snapshot. So awak boleh check nanti, kira sendiri. So make sure you are very familiar with Excel. Okay. So saya dah letak dekat dalam group, nanti boleh check sendiri. So from here, masukkan dekat dalam soalan nilai mean dan nilai standard deviation yang awak dapat. Then kita akan kira dia punya this one. Sekejap Saya back to my iPad. Start broadcast. Okay. So calculating using Excel for this particular example, given n equal to 10. Okay. Calculate the mean and standard deviation, okay, using Excel. Awak akan dapat X bar akan sama dengan 2.25 dan S sama dengan 1.1118. Okay. So this is case 4. Why? Because n less than 30 and sigma is unknown. Okay. So we will follow T distribution table. Okay. So 90 berapa persen yang dia minta? 95%. Okay. 95% confidence interval. Okay. For the mean, for the mu, it will be equal to X bar plus minus T alpha over 2 n minus 1 S over third of n. Okay. 1 minus alpha 100% equal to 95%. Your 1 minus alpha equal to 0.95. Alpha equal to 0.05. So dapatkan T alpha over 2n minus 1 equal to T 0.0259. So dapat sama dengan berapa? Cari dekat dalam T distribution and then calculate 95% confidence interval. Kira T 0.0259 dapat berapa?
2.262.
2.262. Okay, betul. Okay, X bar is 2.25 tambah tolak 2.262. S is 1.118 bahagikan dengan cert N is cert 10. So calculate and then tengok dapat berapa. Are you going to get the same answer with the one written in the slide or not? Okay. Do the calculation. Dapat sama?
Sama.
Sama je ke?
Iya.
Okay. 1.4547 dan juga 3.0453. So yang nak salin, saya bagi masa kejap salin. Okay, done. Done? Done. Yang lain done
Dan
Apa pasal korang semua lemah? Tak nak meninggal aja. Belum puas dia ikut. Pelik betul aku. Cuba jadi manusia tu bersemangat sikit. Boleh tak? Positif. Dia kalau kau pergi overseas lagi dah tengok Mak Saleh handsome and then dia orang are very chilling. Okay. Senyum, good morning, something like that. So cuba semangat sikit. Awak tu semua muda lagi. Kau sedih-sedih hidup ni nanti apa nama? Boring tengok aura ni. Dan ya Allah, dia macam kalau nazak tu la ilaha illallah. Pelik betul lah budak ni. Budak-budak apa? BBNU. Budak-budak zaman now. Okay, done. Kan dah kena bebel. Okay, so kita continue with the next one. Confidence interval for population. Nabid. Bid. Oh, Bid. Hai, hilang dah.
Ada.
Ada. Ni okay sikit. Macam tak nazak. Okay. So the next one kita ada confidence interval for population proportion. That is large sample. Untuk proportion kita tengok untuk case large sample sahaja. Meaning that you want to find the confidence interval for proportion. Proportion kalau kita ingat dia punya untuk population proportion is P and sample proportion is P hat. Okay. So remember, okay, there are two parameters that you are learn in along through this subject, that is the mean, x bar, and also the proportion. The rest, the standard deviation is just the complement for all these parameters. Okay. So for the proportion, take a look at this one. Laparnya. Okay, how to get the formula? The 1 minus alpha, okay, 100% confidence interval for the population proportion P is given by P hat plus minus Z alpha over 2 multiply with standard deviation of the proportion. Okay, as P hat is standard deviation of the proportion, of the sample proportion. Okay, where for this one, the standard deviation of the sample proportion equal to taking the square root of the sample proportion multiply with the complement, that is 1 minus P equal to Q divided by the N. Okay. So macam mana kita nak tahu yang sesuatu sample itu large, betul-betul large? We will check if N multiply with the sample proportion, it will be less than or greater than 5. Atau N multiply with Q hat, it will be also greater than 5. Sebab dia cakap for large proportion kan. So kalau macam dalam case 1, case 2, case 3 tadi, kita boleh tahu dia large kalau N lebih besar daripada 30 or equal to 30. But in this case, dia tak ada syarat N greater or equal to 30. So kita check by using this rule. N multiply with the sample size multiply with the sample proportion must be greater than 5. Okay. Atau sama juga Q. Yang mana Q ni kalau awak still remember, it will be equal to 1 minus P hat. Okay. So the margin of error for proportion, it will be equal to plus minus 1.96 as P hat. This is for the case of taking 95% of the confidence level. Okay, confidence level. Okay, so kita take a look at example involving the proportion, how you are going to calculate the sample proportion. Faham ni? Ada soalan so far? Hey.
Tak ada.
Ada. Okay. So example 6.4. A quality study was performed on the manufacturing of application-specific integrated circuits (ASIC), where a sample of 1,126 units revealed that 144 of the units are non-conforming. Okay, so find the point estimate for the proportion of non-conforming units. Find the margin of error of the estimation made in A, and construct a 97.3% confidence interval for the proportion of non-conforming units. So for this particular question, dia just bagi awak sample of 1126. Okay. So 1126 is your what? Oi, ni apa? Ni apa kelas? Ya, apa ya ni?
Yang kecil
Betul. Okay, ini N kecil.
Okay.
Sebab dia kata sample of. So size sample adalah 1126. 114 non-conforming units. That one apa?
X. Unit
X.
X.
Yap, betul. Okay. Sebab yang kita berminat adalah non-conforming unit. So ini adalah awak punya X. So P hat akan sama dengan X dibahagikan dengan N. So akan sama dengan 114 bahagi 1126. So dapat berapa P hat awak?
Kosong point 101.
Betul, 0.1012. Okay. So find the point estimate for the proportion. That means P akan sama dengan P hat sama dengan 114 per 1126 sama dengan 0.1012. Okay. Ya, apa nama second phase masuk UTM dah keluar ke keputusan?
Dah hari tu dah masuk dah kan?
Oh, kau tak dapat
Tak.
Kesian. Siapa yang dapat? Tak tahu. Budak PE saya dia?
Tak ada.
Tak ada. Sedih jugalah tak dapat. Sebab apa nama?
Mir dapat cik. First.
Apa
Mira dapat first.
Lepas tu Mira balik kan?
Dia tak nak balik.
Pula. Asal tak nak balik?
Cik tanya dia.
Ni bapaknya Syafita ni. Asal kau tak balik Mira? Asal kau tak balik?
Saja je.
Tak je. Dia dah mesti ada dia. Tak gaduh dengan housemate ke apa.
Tak ada lah.
Dia kalau balik tu sebab kena kuarantin kejap kan. Tapi kalau balik, that mean raya, you all yang dah dekat sini tak boleh balik raya ke?
Dia tengok keadaan kot. Tak boleh bercakap sekarang.
Tapi so far macam nak rentas negeri pun tak boleh kan. Tapi tak apa, nanti Masjid UTM buat je lah sambutan raya. Banyak sumbangan tu. Okay. Apa nama, tapi meriah juga kalau awak balik. Saya tengok petang-petang ramai-ramai jogging, ramai-ramai main basketball and everything. So dia punya apa nama, yang ini nampak semua dah pergi lab. So dah nampak the campus is going to be alive. So, kalau tak sebelum ni muram je macam awak tadi, macam nazak je semua. So yeah, bagus juga lah. Cuma ada yang kata seksa jugalah, nak makan semua kena ni, beratur. But that's okay, life goes on. Hoping that anytime soon kita akan back to our normal life, not the new norm. Itulah COVID ni, usahakan betul. Okay, soalan B. Find the margin of error. Margin of error equal to plus minus 1.96 SP hat. So kira your SP hat. SP hat akan sama dengan cert of P hat Q hat divided by N. Okay, yang mana Q hat is actually equal to 1 minus P hat. So, cuba kira soalan B and give me the answer. For B and also C. Nanti ada quiz minggu depan. Nanti saya maklumkan dalam grup. Tapi selalu saya bagi quiz maybe dalam 2-3 jam kau jawab, lepas tu upload dalam Julen. Ada yang dapat jawapan B? Anyone get the answer for B? Dana? Ya, berapa jawapan?
Yang SP tu
Yang SP berapa?
8 sekejap. 0.008.
Betul? Betul. 8987. Dapat. Kan? Okay. So, yang lain dapat So, jawapan akhir margin of error. Berapa tengah kira? So this is the calculation for what we call it SP hat. So you will get 8.9878 darab 10 kuasa negatif 3. Okay. Yang mana Q hat sama dengan 1 minus P hat. 1 minus 0.1012. Okay. So the margin of error, it will be equal to plus minus 1.96 multiply with SP hat. 78 darab 10 kuasa negatif 3. So dapat plus minus 0.0176. Dapat kan Yaren? So 97.3% confidence interval. Interval for P. So this one by using this formula, okay, this one, ianya akan menggunakan Z distribution table. So it will be equal to P hat plus minus Z alpha over 2 SP hat. Okay. So Z alpha over 2 is from table of standard normal. Okay. So take a look berapa dia punya alpha. Okay. 1 minus alpha equal to 0. Alpha akan sama dengan satu tolak 0973 10 9 tolak 7 2 0.027 kan? Nampak 0.027 betul. So from here Z alpha over 2 equal to Z 0.027 divided by 2. Z 0.135. Okay. So tengok dekat dalam table of standard normal berapa nilai this one. Okay. Dalam adalah 0.0135. So apakah nilai dia? What is the value of negative Z alpha ni?
Negatif 2.21 Encik.
Berapa?
2.21.
Ya, betul. Negatif kan? Negatif 2.21 atau 2.20 boleh juga accepted. Okay. So, masukkan dalam formula. So, dia akan dapat P hat. Okay. P hat tadi berapa P hat? 0.1012 plus minus negatif 2.21 darabkan dalam 8.9878 darab 10 negatif 3. So So berapa jawapan dia?
Kosong 0.0813.
3. Okey, betul. Lagi satu. Satu ya. Ya, lagi satu. Mana pula budak ni hilang lah.
Sorry. 0.1211.
Betul. 0.1211. Okay. So ini adalah dia punya interval. So we are 97.3% confidence that selang antara 0.0813 dan 0.1211 ni, antara ni, it will contain the true value of the proportion dekat dalam tu. Anywhere, somewhere there, dia akan ada true value of the proportion. Okay. We are 97.3% confidence for this particular item. Okay, done. Done with this one. Done, eh? Okay. So, cuba buat this exercise. A manufacturer of compact disc players uses a set of comprehensive tests to access the electrical function of its product. All compact disc players must pass all tests prior to being sold. A random sample of 500 disc players resulted in 15 failing one or more tests. Okay. A random sample of 500 disc players resulted in 15 failing one or more tests. Find a 96.3% confidence interval for the proportion of compact disc players from the population that passes all tests. Okay. So N sama dengan 500. X sama dengan berapa? Karakteristik yang kita berminat.
15.
Ah? Berapa? 15. Siapa yang jawab tadi?
Zakuan.
Zakwan. 15 Zakwan. Ya, salah. Bagus Akuan bersuara akhirnya. Hishamuddin, kenapa gambar kau ni macam gambar hantu je? Hishamuddin, berapa nilai X? Muhammad Hishamuddin. Ada ke tak Hishamuddin ni? Dia mesti on je lepas tu tidur. Muhammad Baihaqi. Oh, Muhammad Baihaqi, are you there? Priscilla, what's the value of X for this particular example?
I don't know.
Oh no. Yeah, the rest yang lain. Anyone give me the value of X? X, for the proportion, X is the characteristic that we are interested. Cuba baca balik soalan tu betul-betul and then give me the value of X from the given exercise. Berapa nilai X? Syakirin?
485 bukan eh?
85
485 bukan?
485 betul. Akhirnya Zakuan kembali ke pangkal jalan. Okay. Betul. Sebabnya dia tengok soalan ni, dia kata from the proportion find 96.3% confidence interval for the proportion of compact displayers from the population that passes. Okay, so X yang kita berminat is passes the test. Displayer yang passes the test. Yang dia bagi ni 15 failing. 15 yang fail. So dia akan sama dengan 500 minus 15. So you will get it will be equal to 485. That is why kena betul-betul baca soalan. Statistik is very simple but at the same time it's very tricky. Okay. Dapat question terang tak dia? Ketirisan question terang. Ketirisan ada. 485, yes, Yankee. Betul, Yankee pun give the true answer. Okay. So, X passes, so P hat, the proportion that we are interested is the one that passes. 485 over 500. So, you will get this one equal to 0.97. Okay. So, the associate Q akan sama dengan 1 minus P hat 1 minus 0.97 equal to 0.03. So dapat So then only calculate the, what we call it? Calculate the confidence interval. Menggunakan formula P hat plus minus Z alpha over 2 S P hat. Cuba kira and give me the answer. Dapat sama tak? Bagi jawapan SP hat berapa? And so on and so forth. Okey, dapat? Berapa P hat, SP hat?
7.6289 kali 10 kuasa negatif 3.
Betul. So Bagus Zakuan. Itu gunanya pakai smart. Suara pun tak ada macam Wan Azhar. Okay, contohin Zakuan. Okay. Thank you and itu adalah jawapan yang betul. Mana dia punya ni? Okay. So, kita dapat tadi P hat sama dengan 0.97, Q hat equal to 0.03. And then S P hat equal to surd of P hat Q hat divided by N. Betul jawapan Zakuan 7.6289 darab 10 negatif 3. Okay. So 1 minus alpha equal to 0.963. So your alpha equal to 0.037. Z alpha over 2 dapat berapa?
0.0185.
Salah.
0.185.
Salah.
Cak.
Salah. Dulu salah. Z alpha per 2 tu is 0.037 bagi 2 sama dengan Z 0.0185.
0.8.
So berapa nilai dia? Maksud saya tulis pada tabel. 0.0185. So what will be the value?
Negatif 2.9.
Yap, betul. Negatif 2. Salah.
Kosong 9.
Betul. Negatif 2.09. Okay. So the 96.3% confidence interval, okay, akan sama dengan P hat plus minus Z alpha over 2 S P hat sama dengan P hat is 0.97 plus minus negatif 2.019 is 7.6289 kali 10 negatif 3. So akan dapat jawapan sama dekat slide Sama kan? 0.9541 dan juga 0.9859. Okay. So we are 96.3%. That the proportion of compact disc that passes the test will be between 0.9541 and 0.9859. Yap, betul. Jawapan Katie Rayson. Negative 2.09 and SP is as given. Okay, dapat yang lain?
Dapat.
Okay. Done? Okay, this one? Done. Okay, so done with this one. The next one, kita ada sample size. Okay, so how we are going to determine the sample size? Awak ada, kita nak tahu berapa banyak sampel yang sepatutnya kita ambil bagi sesuatu pengukuran. Okay, so determine the sample size for the estimation of the mean. Untuk anggaran mean, mu, dia punya formula untuk dapatkan the sample size akan sama dengan N equal to Z alpha over 2 sigma to the power of 2 divided by E. E itu adalah dia punya error term. atau N sama dengan Z alpha over 2 multiply with S standard deviation sample divided by the error term and taking the power of 2. Okay. So ini adalah macam mana nak kira dia punya sample size. So E adalah dia punya error term. Okay. So selalunya kita akan tetapkan berapa error yang kita nak. And then if you have determined how many error that you are interested, then only you can calculate the confidence interval, dia punya sample size. This is for the mean. And for the proportion, we will make use of this formula in determining the sample size for the estimation of the proportion P. It will be equal to, using the standard normal distribution as well, Z alpha over 2 to the power of 2 multiply with PQ divided by E error term to the power of 2. Okay. So the criteria for the value of P proportion, if a crude estimate of P can be made without taking a sample, this value can be used to determine the sample size N. So selalunya kita akan ambil proportion sama dengan 0.5. So half of the proportion and Q juga akan jadi 0.5. Okay. So kalau tak ada juga, kita akan take the preliminary sample, that is ambil N lebih besar daripada 30 and then baru kita calculate dia punya P hat. Okay. So this is a formula in how to determine the sample size. Sebab normally if you do a research or if you do a testing that you are interested, kita tak akan tahu kan, so berapa adequate sample tu. Katakan saya nak kaji pasal student UTM yang balik daripada COVID ni. So to study the whole population, it will be time consuming as well as cost consuming. So I will take the sample, but the question to ponder is how many sample size should I take that can represent the whole UTM punya population. Okay. So itu adalah persoalannya. Normally kita akan set berapa banyak error, berapa percentage of error that I am interested. Then only I will make use of this formula in calculating the sample size. Okay, dapat So kita take a look at the last two example, the last two exercise. Lepas tu kita akan continue dengan chapter 3 underscore 2. Okay, chapter 3 yang kedua, the hypothesis testing. So in exercise 6.7, dia kata, the dean of a college want to use the mean of a random sample to estimate the average amount of time students take to get from one class to the next. And she wants to be able to assert with 99% confidence that the error is at most 0.25 minutes. So it's stated in here, error yang dia berminat paling banyak adalah 0.25. So if she assumes that the standard deviation to be 1.4 minutes, how large a sample will she have to take? Okay. So list down all the information given. Standard deviation. Okay. So 1.4, this one from population or from sample standard deviation? So 1.4 is S. Okay. And then dia bagi 99%. Okay. So 99%. So take a look at the formula for this example. Okay. So list down all the information given. So awak ada given, okay, S sama dengan 1.4 and then awak ada error yang dia tetapkan is 0.25 and dia bagi 99%. Okay, confidence interval. Confidence interval. That is from here awak dapat 1 minus alpha 100% sama dengan 99%. Okay. 1 minus alpha sama dengan 0.99. So alpha is 0.01. So sample size, kita menggunakan this formula. Hilang dah. We make use of this formula n equal to z alpha over 2. Okay. N equal to z alpha over 2 over s divided by the error term to the power of 2. Okay. So z alpha over 2 from here. So you get z alpha over 2 equal to z 0.01 over 2 equal to z of 0.005. So tengok dekat dalam table of standard normal distribution, berapa nilai z 0.005. This one, what will be the value in here? Negative 2.57. Yes, betul jawapan Katie. Negative 2.57. Okay, dapat. Yang ini sama dengan negatif 2.57. So, negatif 2.57 darab 1.4 bahagi dengan 0.25 kuasa 2. So, dapatlah. Kalau awak kira dapat berapa? This one, jawapan. Apa ya?
207.13.
Salah. Betul. 207.13.
13.
So, yang ini adalah sample size. Because we are dealing in sample size, kita akan ambil satu nombor bulat. Okay. So, for this case, sekejap eh. So for this case, awak akan dapat dia punya n, if you calculate, sama dengan 207.93. Alamak, dia sudah lari. Dah hilang semua yang aku tulis tadi. Okay, so kalau awak show from current. Okay. Kan dah hilang. S. Okay. S equal to 1.4. And then awak dapat, apa lah tadi dia bagi? Error sama dengan 0.25. 0.25. Okay. And then dia kata 99% CI. That means 1 minus alpha 100% equal to 99%. Okay. 1 minus alpha equal to 0.99. Alpha equal to 0.01. Okay. Z alpha per 2 equal to, you dapat Z 0.005. So this is your 0.005. Take a look at this one. You akan dapat sama dengan negatif 2 point berapa tadi? 57. 57. Okay. So from here, N akan sama dengan Z alpha over 2 over S divided by the error term to the power of 2. So you taking negative 2.57 multiply with 1.4 divide by 0.25 kuasa 2. So akan dapat sama dengan 207.13. So memandangkan kita akan deal dengan sample size, kita akan budarkan kepada nombor bulat. Dan kalau dia ada 0.01 ke 0.01 apa, kita akan lebihkan 1. That mean awak akan ambil 208 sampel. Sebab apa? Sebab lagi banyak sampel lagi tepat. That is why either your decimal place is very small, still kita akan tambahkan. Kalau tak ada decimal place, then should be no problem. You can just take 207. But if you get, for example, 207.03, still the sample size to be taken is 208. Okay, lebihkan 1 because the more sample size, the more accurate is your study. Okay, done lah. Faham lah semua? Faham. Okay. So those who have finished, try the last exercise, exercise 6.8. Yep. A study is to be made to estimate the percentage of citizens in a town who favor having their water fluoridated. Done. Done lah semua. This one. I hope everyone is done. So we take a look at the last example. This one. A study is to be made to estimate the percentage of citizens in a town who favor having their water fluoridated. Okay. So kalau kat certain country awak boleh pilih sebenarnya nak air pipe awak tu difluoridatkan ke or not. So how large a sample is needed is one wishes to be at least 95% that our estimate is within 1% of the true percentage. And if a random sample of 200 citizens is selected and 114 are found in favors of having their water fluoridated, how large must the sample be if we wish to be 96% confident that our sample proportion will be within 0.02 of the true fraction of the citizens. Okay. So faham tak soalan? Soalan yang A lah. So berapakah nilai N? Okay. If wishes to be at least 95% confident, this is your 1 minus alpha. Okay, our estimate is within 1% of the true percentage. Okay, so apa yang dimaksudkan dengan 1% of the true percentage? So adakah dia bagi nilai P, adakah dia bagi nilai Q in this question? Soalan A. Oi, dia ada bagi nilai P dan dia ada bagi nilai Q tak? P hat and Q hat.
P kan?
P, tak ada. Ada bagi nilai P. 1% tu apa? Dia nak cari.
Error. Error.
Betul, error. This is the error. Okay. Tapi dia tak bagi P hat, dia tak bagi Q hat kan? So macam mana?
P hat boleh cari.
Boleh cari. Nak cari macam mana? Dekat mana nak cari?
Tak tahu.
Dia tak bagi P, dia tak bagi Q. Cuba tengok balik dekat slide. Dia kata yang ini. Okay. This one. PQ. Okay. If a root estimate can be made without taking a sample, this value can be used to determine N. Usually, P sama dengan 0.5 is the most conservative estimate. Okay. Sebab proportion kan akan sama dengan X bahagi dengan N. Tapi kita baru nak cari N. Okay. So kita baru nak cari N, macam mana kita nak dapat nilai proportion dia. So memandangkan proportion dia tak bahagi, memandangkan kita baru nak tentukan sample size dan proportion tu pun tak ada, kita boleh assume P sama dengan 0.5, Q sama dengan 0.5. This one, usually P equal to 0.5 is the most conservative estimate, meaning that the most yang paling traditional lah, yang paling memang dipakai sedari dulu kalau tak ada nilai dia punya proportion. We will just take P equal to 0.5 and Q equal to 0.5. So for this particular example, soalan A dia tak bagi pun nilai P dan nilai Q. So we can just assume P sama dengan 0.5, Q sama dengan 0.5. Okay. So then calculate your N. So for A, given, okay, error terms akan sama dengan 0.01 sebab 1%. Okay. So dia nak dapatkan 90 berapa persen? 95% confidence. Okay. We would like to find 95% confidence. That is 1 minus alpha 100% equal to 95%. 1 minus alpha sama dengan 0.95, alpha equal to 0.05. So from here, kita akan estimate P sama dengan 0.5 and Q equal to 0.5. So N akan sama dengan, by using the formula Z alpha over 2 kuasa 2 multiply with PQ over N pula, over error term, over E squared. So dapatkan nilai Z alpha per 2 equal to Z 0.05 per 2. Z 0.025. So 0.025 in here. Then dapatkan. Berapa nilai dia?
Negative 1.96.
Yap, betul. Negative 1.96. So alamak ai. Chapter berapa? Recently used chapter 6. In channel. X. Share screen. Apa dah masalah? Okay, selamat tak hilang. Okay. So, this one gunakan 1.96 masukkan dalam ni, you will get it will be equal to negatif 1.96 kuasa 2 darab 0.5 darab 0.5 dibahagikan dengan 0.01 kuasa 2. So dapat berapa? Sample size? Kira this one?
9604.
9604. Okay. So the sample size is 9604. So should be no problem to take this one sebab dia memang dapat terus dapat nombor bulat. So boleh ambil 9604. So yang dah sudah cuba buat soalan B. Dan okey, Dan lah. So kita tengok soalan B. Dia kata, if a random sample of 200 citizens is selected and 114 are found in favor of having their water fluoridated, how large must the sample be if we wish to be 96% confident that our sample proportion will be within 0.02 of the true fraction of the citizen. So dia buat pilot study, dia ambil N sama dengan 200, okay? And 114 were favor to have their water fluoridated. So daripada sini awak terus boleh kira dia punya sample size, not dia punya sample size, dia punya proportion, okay? So for this particular example, okay. So the study is using a pilot study. Okay. So pilot study by taking 200 citizens. Okay. So daripada sini X favor water fluoride, so sama dengan 114. So you dapat P hat sama dengan X per N sama dengan 114 per 200. So you will get P hat equal to 0.57. Okay. And Q hat will be equal to 1 minus P hat. It will be equal to 0.43. Okay. So dia punya error akan sama dengan 0.02 dan dia punya okay, 1 minus alpha 100% equal to 96%. Okay. 1 minus alpha equal to 0.96. Alpha sama dengan 0.04. So Z alpha over 2 equal to 0.04 per 2. 0.02. So dapat berapa? Z 0.02. Then using the information to calculate your N. So berapa Z 0.02?
Negatif 2.05
Ya, betul, sama dengan calculation. Negative 2.05. Okay. Negative 2.05. So substitute in the formula, multiply with P is 0.57 and your Q is 0.43 divided by E squared is 0.02 kuasa 2. So dapat 2587.66. That is 2588 samples. Okay. So dia kena ambil sampel sebanyak 2588 sampel. Okay, faham So ini adalah berkaitan dengan estimation, penganggaran. Chapter 3_1. So saya bagi rehat sekejap, then kita sambung sikit dengan chapter 3_2 that is hypothesis testing. Okay. So kita kena ni sebab sepatutnya pun hypothesis testing awak dah habis supposedly minggu ni. But kerana we have dragged a lot of time. So tak apa, rehat sekejap 5 minit, 11:37, 38. Kita continue with the second part. That is hypothesis testing. Tengok sikit job teaching plan. Sekarang minggu ke berapa? Cepatnya lah masa berlalu zaman ni.